There's a sixth sense beyond that which is known to man. The sense is sought after as the Holy Grail, and as precious as immortality. It's the middle ground between light and shadow, between science and entertainment, and it lies at the pit of a man's fears and the summit of his genius. This sense, of course, is a sense of humor, and this is Sense of Humor TV. Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to Sense of Humor TV. We're back for episode 2 in season 2, and we were back with a familiar face, of course. He's our first 3-time guest. And
am I looking here?
Yeah, either one.
Everybody.
Either one.
Hello.
Sean Porter's back in the house.
Glad to be back, everyone. Glad to be back.
Yeah.
I'm the returning champ.
First 3-time guest. Yeah,
Hey, I'll take it.
Yeah,
I'll take it. What's up, everybody?
If you remember from Salou, cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
Obviously, Noah Bergman here, and then we got Alec in the back producing
My
per
guy
usual.
Noah. I love it.
But yeah, so if you guys remember last season, we did an NFL preview show that a bunch of people liked. So we wanted to come back real quick and hit you guys with another one with some week 1 lines, predictions, and just some overall commentary.
Augie, can I get this out the way right
Yeah,
now?
do it.
I also want an apology.
I know who it is.
Yes. What's our boy's name?
Hunter.
Hunter, let me tell you right now. So last year's pod, we talked about the worst quarterback room in the NFL. I said it was the Tampa Bay Bucks. Because they had shitty, what's his name?
Baker
Mayfield.
Yep.
Okay. That was a wrong hot take. He actually did well. And
They won the division, I
They
think.
won the division, and he just got paid.
Yeah, we shit on them real hard last year. We said they were going to have 3 wins, I think.
Baker Mayfield's your fucking starting quarterback, so I shitted on him hard.
They beat the Eagles in the playoffs.
They did. And Augie's like, no, my boy's a big Tampa Bay fan. I was like, your boy is going to be very disappointed. Of course, actually, the irony is the worst quarterback room was my fault. We were dog shit.
Yeah.
So, Hunter, I owe you an apology.
Shout out Hunter. He came out to when Sean headlined in New York and I featured. He came out to the show, and the first thing he said to Sean when he got off the show, he's like, "Hey, motherfucker, the Bucks."
And I apologize.
Yeah, you did. You owned up.
Anyway,
You manned up.
This is me apologizing, and here's some more bad takes I'm gonna make right now.
Yeah.
Let's go.
On some other shit.
And from the previous pod and by Sean's shirt, he's a Raiders fan. I'm, of course, hopefully a Steelers fan. And Noah is wearing nothing because his team just happened to win the Super Bowl last year. So we're gonna let him have it.
I'm trying to be cool. I'm trying to be humble over here.
Yeah.
No, it's okay. Oh, you can dunk on us. That's fine. You know, back-to-back Super Bowl champs.
I don't want to dunk on Augie, but
You know what I mean?
My Christmas is already
Raiders,
ruined.
You have to. We have to. We're
Raiders-
rivals.
I mean,
You
and
know
it was
what I
in
mean?
your stadium.
In our stadium.
It was in your stadium, and I don't think it wouldn't have happened if you wouldn't have kicked our asses last Christmas.
Because that was the last loss you guys took, right? Before you guys ran
we
that
got
run.
fucked. You ruined my Christmas,
Yeah.
like how we're gonna ruin Augie's this year.
Yeah, me and
Right.
Sean watched the Super Bowl at the Hollywood Improv, which was awesome. And then I remember, Noah, you called me with I don't even know. I think it was tied the time or whatever. You were just I've never heard you that drunk ever, like in person or whatever. You were just like, oh,
Yeah, you was lit. I remember that.
yeah. Like I looked at you on speakerphone. I was like,
As you
holy
should,
shit.
bro.
Yeah.
I didn't remember at the end of the game. Then when I woke up the next morning, I didn't know if we won or not, and I had to immediately look it up and look up the last play, and I got to relive it for a second, but I was really concerned. Yeah,
I remember I first asked you, like, do you remember calling me? You go, I didn't remember the end of the game. Like, let alone calling you. But,
I think Patrick Mahomes is the best quarterback in the league. I just wish he had a hotter wife. That's all. That's it. That's my only take. That's it.
I honestly want to
sweethearts. I know, but she's pretty mid. But I'm not.
I agree. I agree.
I want to get right into it, and I'll let Noah start because it is his team's first game of the NFL season. Is Thursday night. We're recording this right now on Saturday night. We're going to try to get this out probably Friday, so this game will already be played by the time you guys see this. Maybe we'll get out Thursday. But Kansas City Chiefs at home.
Yep.
Ring ceremony, the whole thing against my hated Baltimore Ravens. So, Noah, I'll let you start real quick. The line is 3 points.
Dude,
to the Chiefs.
I mean, I think we're gonna win.
Yeah, but you might be a field goal kind of game.
I mean,
you think you're gonna cover the 3?
I think we're easily going to cover the 3. I mean, look at our receivers this year. They're fucking crazy. Our receivers were trash last year. And we barely lost that season opener against the Lions last year. We barely lost it. We also didn't have Kelsey. He was out for injury. And Chris Jones was sitting out. And like those are big game changers. We have all of them, and we have upgraded
You guys
weapons.
did draft the fastest wide receiver
Xavier Worthy, dude.
in the league.
Nuts.
And so the speed is back.
Hollywood Brown was a good pickup too.
Legion of Zoom 2.0.
Can we rewind back to last year's Ed?
You took the words out of my mouth.
Can we rewind
Me and
back?
Sean hammered the Lions.
Money line.
Hammered the money line
What did I
lines.
say? Ring ceremony. Oh, everyone was feeling good and celebrating. I said, these Lions are going to come in here trying to smack them in the mouth. And guess what? We took the money line, and what did we cash?
We cashed.
You still
I know. I
cashed.
pulled up to the comedy store, and I was
sure
like,
did.
yeah, I voted to the comedy store. You were in
That's
the
on
belly
tape,
room.
everyone.
Yeah.
So let's make the prediction again.
Yeah.
You ready? Ravens money line, bitch. That's right.
Oh.
I took them last year in the AFC Championship game, and I do think that Derrick Henry's going to go crazy in that game and they get their revenge.
Lamar Jackson ain't no bitch. He gonna come to Arrowhead and smash you.
They lost their defensive coordinator though that they had last year.
They did. They
We
did.
have Spags. We have Spags. Yeah,
I thought the
Ravens lost theirs. I mean, they got Derrick Henry, which is going to be crazy.
So, and again, as much as I hate the Ravens, the Chiefs, the Steelers are like 8 in like 20 against Lamar since the game. Like Lamar's like record against the Steelers is something crazy.
Jesus.
He's not. Yeah, he hasn't been good. Like since he's come in the league, we have like whatever reason, like we can
Also-
beat them, but we can't beat you guys.
Also, degenerate tip here. Like Lamar Jackson against the NFC has like a 75% covering the spread against the spread against the NFC.
Jeez.
On the other league, they
Yes.
teams that just don't have, like they will see him for the first time.
Yeah.
Like 75% he covers.
Jesus.
It's just money in the bank.
Yep, Lamar's only 2-4 against the Steelers in his career, and they've only played that many times because he's been hurt most of the times they play. But 2-4, like you figure, like they've been great, and Steelers have not been since Lamar's been in the league.
Yeah.
So anyway, so I think
All right,
we got
so week
Chiefs,
one,
Ravens.
Chiefs, he thinks he's gonna cover. We're taking the Ravens.
Taking the Ravens, yeah. I think so. Revenge game. Okay, so guys, this one I'm really excited to talk about
Yeah.
from a bunch of different perspectives. I know Sean is. I can't wait to talk to you about this. So then it's the first ever NFL Friday game that they're doing. Because
Yeah,
they always know what.
I think you need to buy Peacock for the Friday
Yeah.
game, right?
But they're doing
So
it.
fucking
They're
dumb.
doing in Sao Paulo, Brazil. So the game's in Brazil, which is like crazy. You got Philly fans and Green Bay Packers fans in Brazil, probably making a name.
Those fat white Midwesterners not gonna know how to do with them Brazilian chicks.
100%.
It's a wasted
Did you
trip.
see what like
Wasted trip.
the whole thing about that game though is that neither team can wear green because it's gang related shit. So like the players could be in danger, like get killed if they're wearing any type
What
of
about the
green.
fans? Like they have,
So,
like
shit.
Green Bay
Yeah,
Packers and
yeah,
Eagles. They
like,
ain't playing that out.
Green is a no-go. So the Eagles just released their new jerseys or like their new
Yeah, they're doing, like,
uniforms,
all
and it's
all
all
black.
black and white. Yeah, and so I don't even know what the Packers are gonna do, but yeah, they can't wear
should be in
any
that
green.
What about the fans?
They should be in that horrible
they're
Swiss,
fucked. They're dead.
Swiss cheese yellow.
What?
I think is what they're gonna
Yeah.
I did not see this, dude. Alec, maybe we look that up because I want to talk about that a little later. But that's crazy. I didn't
Yeah.
see that.
do. These
Yeah.
fans-
Oh, hey, Sandy. And so you didn't. That's crazy too because you picked the two worst teams. Like you know what I mean?
Both
Like,
green teams.
Yeah, like that's crazy.
What the fuck?
Well, listen, these
come here, Danny.
fans ain't out of the game anyway, so they might have
true.
a very miserable time.
The line on that is only 2.5. So to the Eagles because they're technically the home team.
The favorite.
Yeah, they're technically the home team. That's a toss-up. I feel like I probably take the money line if I do take something on that one.
Well,
Say it.
yeah, because they're technically the home team, but who's at the door? Who's at the door?
Man, you guys know Sandy. She never barks. We got another dog barking in the hallway, so I apologize.
But it's a neutral playing field. I would say, Green Bay, they ended the season hot.
They did end real hot.
Jordan Love just got paid. Well, I don't know. I think I'm gonna take the Eagles.
Okay.
I think I'm gonna take the Eagles cover. I think Jalen Carter is going to probably
here we go.
be one of the best D tackles in the league this year.
Awesome. Look, so Alec just put up on the TV. We got their jerseys, black helmets, huh?
Your brain almost tricks you into seeing the green.
Right?
Right.
It looks like it's
But
green
not
almost.
green.
Yeah,
It looks like it's green almost. That's crazy.
Good job, NFL, booking that one.
Yeah.
I know.
Alec, is there anything on the pack? Okay, here we go. So they're gonna wear these.
Okay, so they're all dead after this.
That's crazy. That's fucking crazy, man.
I'm gonna tell you what. If you're a player for the Packers or the Eagles,
Oh, please get Kenny Pickett out of my corner
it's
here.
that
Killing it.
week when you pick a fight with your spouse or girlfriend. You pick a fight because you're going to Brazil. You gotta pick a fight. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Gotta pick a fight.
I think I'm taking, if I had to take a team, I'm taking the Eagles. I think Saquon Barkley has his coming out game in Brazil. He rushes for like 2 touchdowns and like 100 yards.
Yeah.
I think Saquon Barkley, that's his game.
And he's going to pick a fight with Big Model.
Josh Jacobs, though, is on the Packers now.
Yes, I was gonna say Josh Jacobs is on the Packers, and the Eagles
got 8 kids.
shit. Dude, the Eagles' offense is almost entirely new.
Sandy, come here.
So I don't know. I think they're gonna struggle a little bit week 1, and I think the Packers, with how they ended the last season, and then like they got Josh Jacobs now running for them too. I think the Packers are gonna win this one.
Okay. What do you think, John? What do you got, Eagles or Packers?
I think the Eagles are going to lay way more pipe down there in Brazil than the Packers.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Josh Jacobs is laying pipe. Devontae Smith definitely laying pipe. Jalen Carter, of course, he's a savage. He's laying pipe. Jordan Love's goody two-shoe. I got the Eagles laying pipe. There's going to be, from that game, 18 years from now, Brazilian football players in the league.
That's hilarious.
That's who I got.
So, okay, all right, we're me and Sean on the same side again, and Noah's taking the Packers up.
Packers, yeah.
Okay, next game. This is another really interesting one in the line. We got our first big line, it looks like. Patriots at the Cincinnati Bengals, 8.5. That's fucking a lot of points.
The NFL has a lot of points. That is a lot of points. Jacoby Brissett starting, right? You know my rule.
No, Brissett is starting from...
Yeah,
oh, yeah, he is. Holy shit, you're right.
1 second.
Damn.
And you know my hard pass rule. Anything +7, touchdown or more, is week 1, I'm going to take those points.
Yes.
As much as I fucking hate the Patriots.
Right.
I hate, I don't know if no one knows this, but I hate everything Boston.
Hey,
Everything.
you're on the right podcast
Everything
then.
Boston.
That's how it is.
You're on the right
All you
podcast.
knows this. I hate everything Boston. I hate their fucking donuts. I hate their accents. I hate their fucking basketball team. I hate fucking everything about them. I hate their fucking medical journal of Boston. What is this? I hate all of it. All of it.
I think if you showed Boston Sean Porter, dude, they would hate you immediately too.
Absolutely, they would. Absolutely, they would.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's not one doppelganger of Sean Porter walking around.
That is it.
Not at all. Not at all.
This is a
Fuck the
game.
Patriots.
This is a game.
Tom Brady's cool. Tom Brady's cool. Fuck everybody else. The Red Sox need a dick.
Bruins can eat a dick. The Celtics can definitely.
Celtics definitely.
You guys know we're both Lakers fans. I agree with you. This is one. If I'm gonna stay away from one,
RFK Jr. can eat a dick. Like I fuck on everything Boston.
I think I'm staying away from this one because
How do you drop a baby bear, a baby cub off? Did you hear about this story?
No.
He ran over a baby cub, like a bear, and
Who
then
did?
dropped RFK Jr.
Oh yeah, dude.
and then dropped it off in Central Park. Just dumped it in Central Park.
What?
Yes.
What
This
the
is a true
fuck?
story. Yes.
He was also banging his nanny. He was doing. He's a boy. Yeah.
Right.
He's
and he blames it on brain worms, apparently.
Dude, did you see that tweet? There was a picture taken of him recently, and people pointed out he looks exactly like a Ren and Stimpy close-up. Like in
Oh,
that
shit.
picture.
Like when he did look like
Yeah, dude, it's
Oh,
horrible.
God.
It's horrible.
That's funny. So
Anyway, fuck everything, Boston.
yeah. I think I'm 8.5 points. That's too much in the NFL.
But it's too much, though. It's
Yeah.
too much.
And I
So,
hate
it's
the
too much
Bengals being a Steelers fan, so I'm saying I'm just not going to. I'm gonna stay away from that one.
Degenerates, take the Patriots plus the 8.5. Jump on it. The line's probably gonna come down.
Catch 330 money line. Yeah, I'll probably come down.
I'm gonna
probably
agree
gonna
with
come
you.
down.
Day up because Patriots fans will bet.
T. Higgins doesn't want to be there. They lost Joe Mixon. Jamar Chase is like waiting on his deal too.
Yeah,
He's trying to.
Their quarterback.
Why would he show up? Yeah, but Joe Burrow is blonde now.
I know.
What if Joe Burrow's blonde hair gets him the dub?
Is he still going blonde?
Is
Yeah,
still rocking
he got the blonde buzz cut. Yeah,
Oh shit.
it's insane.
What do you think, Noah? 8.5.
8.5's a lot.
Yeah.
A lot. I don't think it's gonna.
I don't think anyone's taking that much. I like 330.
I
I'm taking
wouldn't.
that.
I wouldn't.
I'd say this. Joe Burrow will clean up in Brazil. They should have booked the.
What do you mean? He's gonna be too busy playing Pokemon in the hotel room.
Next game we have Alec's team, the Arizona Cardinals, visiting the Buffalo Bills that lost a lot of people.
They did.
People are down on the Bills. They said they're going to run more with James Cook this year.
Though, right?
They're still favored by 6.
Still favored by 6.
Yeah.
Alec, they disrespect your Cardinals like that, bro.
Marvin Harrison.
It's tough right now.
Marvin Harrison Jr., I think.
Marvin
yeah.
Jr., man, he's a stud.
Yeah.
You guys still have James Conner, too. Pitt.
James Conner.
Is that gonna be Kyler's first weapon?
Healthy Kyler.
They were good once they beat the Steelers in Pittsburgh last year when Kyler came back. They were good when Kyler came back. He did good at the end of the season, I have to say. As not being a huge fan of his, he did all right at the end of the year.
Real quick, I know we're trying to push the time, but can I tell my Buffalo story when I went out there?
Yes,
too,
because it is going.
Okay, I did a weekend at the Helium Club in Buffalo, and I went out there. I got a homie who lives in Buffalo, my boy Justin, and we went to the Raiders were playing week 2. So I was like, hey, let's go make a trip of it. You know what I mean? We're going to go to the game, whatever. Anyway, Buffalo smashed us, and we're waiting. Now it's the fourth quarter, okay? So the fourth quarter is the end of the game, and we're just getting fucking hammered, right? We have, like, good seats. We're, like, 50-yard line, whoop-de-whoop. And I look to my right, and there's this white chick in a white Josh Allen Bills jersey. She has a cowboy hat on, white cowboy boots, and she's over here and she's doing finger guns over my way. All right, Noah? I look at her. I look to my other way. I'm like, who is she finger gunning? And then I was like, oh, is she finger gunning me? Is she shooting me right now? And
You need to tell me what you're wearing, by the way.
What am I wearing? Oh, yeah.
What am I wearing?
Well, yeah, so when in Rome, right? You know what I mean? I wanted to represent Buffalo the right way, so I made a customized Rick James Buffalo Bills jersey.
Yeah, I'm like, I thought this was the story that you were wearing.
That was the story. No, that was the other story. I totally forgot. I said number 1. I made number 1, and the back said Rick James, bro. I took so many fucking selfies and pictures that day. Like I was the belle of the ball.
That's
You know what I
awesome.
mean? I actually went to his childhood home. Like my boy Justin took me there because I'm a big Rick James fan. Anyway, so I'm wearing that. This girl from 2 aisles over starts walking over, right? I'm like, wait, is she really gonna walk up to me? And so she walks up to me, and she literally goes, as she's walking over, she goes, do you have a girlfriend? And before I can say anything, she goes, okay, good. And then she sits right next to me, right?
Oh.
She is hammered.
Jesus.
Like, wasted.
She's like, I'm your wife now.
Yeah, like, I thought she was going to talk trash because, we're getting boat race and shit. Be like, no. She's like, hey, what's your name? And I was like, Steve. And she's like, that's not your real name. And then she starts literally finger gunning the fucking police officer that's right on the sideline.
Oh, my God.
I'm
They
like,
could shoot her.
Don't do that. Please, don't do that.
Yeah, don't
Stop.
draw attention to me.
Do that. And then literally, what saved me was I looked behind me, and these 4 older white ladies, God bless their soul, I looked at them, I was like, help. Because we were talking all the game, and they're like, do you know her? I was like, no. And I was like, hey, by the way, these are my sisters up here.
Yeah.
And they're like, yeah, we're going to all take a picture. And then I ran. I ran
like
for
Rick
my
James.
life. Right.
I love that you're wearing a Rick James jersey as this is all happening.
In
Man.
a Rick James jersey.
That's
Them
amazing.
Buffalo girls are aggressive.
I think just for how beautiful that story is, I'm taking Bills -6.
I think so, too.
Okay. Yeah, like you inspired me a little bit.
That's a home field advantage up there, bro.
I'm with it.
Okay, what about you, Alec? You taking your cards, or you got to take your cards, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah,
You gotta
okay.
take the +6.
Okay.
Again, that's a big
You
big
get
point spread.
and
in
it
the
might go
NFL.
up. It might go up.
Yeah, I mean, the new Call of Duty hasn't dropped yet, so Kyler Murray played
yeah.
foot out.
Yeah, you're good.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
No, so no, I believe in him. Don't get me wrong. I'm just a little scared.
This next one is, I think, one of the easiest bets of the entire week. The Houston Texans visiting the Colts is only -2.5. I think the Texans are dog walking the Colts. I don't think Anthony Richardson's good at all. I think he was inconsistent as fucking college. I don't think he's. I think
I
he's
completely
Yeah,
agree.
I think they get dog walked week 1 against the Texans.
I think that line is also going to go up from 2.5. It might take up to 3.5.
My line's only -130.
Yeah, so bet the money line.
might as
bet
well
the
money line it.
-130. I think the Texans going to boat race.
Me too. They got Joe Mixon now, as Noah said.
Yeah.
Boat racing.
They're going to fuck him in the ass.
Okay, we're under our first 3-way agreement, I think. Yeah, right. That's one of my favorite bets of the week. Sean knows my next one, which we'll talk about.
No,
This
we should like title that the Sense Humor TV Lock of the Week.
lock of the week. There you go.
Pick of
I
the
like
week.
there you go. Yes.
Something like
That's why
that.
you're
Yes.
the big guns for the pennies.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
Should there
So
be
I
a
think that
punishment?
is-
And
If we fuck up, if we're all wrong, should there be a punishment on the next pod?
Yeah.
And we're guys, just to let you guys know, we're gonna do a like half season, see where we're at kind of thing, and then we're gonna do like a pre-Super Bowl show too when the after the Steelers beat the Raiders in the AFC Championship, and then and then we'll come back and check with you guys.
After the Chiefs go 6-10, and they don't make the
Yeah.
playoffs.
Yeah.
I think that's our first agreement, and that's one I wanted to say that that might be the lock of the week.
I think so.
But
Yes.
Sean, me and him also have talked about we have another lock of the week for you that's a little more close to home that we'll be talking about soon. This next one is really interesting. I'd be interested to hear what both of you guys think about this. Dolphins at home against the Jaguars, and the line is 3.5.
What's the total?
Total is 49.5, so 50.
I might take the over.
I agree with that. Both of them got better on offense. Both probably got worse on defense.
I think Doug Peters is a good coach. I think Trevor Lawrence is actually having a bounce back year in this system now. I think he's in year 3 of Doug Peters' system.
Yeah, and they got that Brian Thomas Jr. at LSU is a monster. I think he's really good.
3.5. I mean, I think that's a shootout at the OK.
I kind of like the over though. Like now that you're saying that, I like the over more than like the spread, honestly, because I can see either team winning that one.
Yeah, I can see either team winning that one.
Yeah.
3.5. That's a tricky.
50 points though. That game's 35-27.
I could totally see that.
Yeah.
I could totally see 27-24. I mean, easy.
Especially in Miami in September. Fucking perfect weather. 2 mobile quarterbacks. Etienne's gonna be running wild. We got Mostert, HCN second year. I think I'm hitting that. We're hitting the over on that one. What do you think, Noah?
I mean, Jags lost Calvin Ridley, right? Like that was one of their go-to receivers. And like
I love that Brian Thomas guy though.
what were the he's pretty sick. What were the changes in the Dolphins? Did they get like one of the linemen from the Niners, or was it the other way around?
Well, they lost Christian Wilkins to the Raiders.
So I'm
saying I think both of them got worse on defense, if you ask me.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's what I was wondering. And dude, that's a tough one.
That's a big hole in the middle of the team. Like Etienne could run wild.
Yeah, I think Miami's gonna take that one.
Okay.
You know, you saw Mike McDaniel recently. He's in his like coke dealer era.
Have you seen?
Bro,
Yeah, dude.
In 2 years in Miami, that guy's just turned into fucking Scarface.
By the way, why hasn't Pete Davidson played him at SNL yet? That's fucking perfect.
That's a great
What
skit.
are you waiting on? That's Pete Davidson all day.
No, we've been talking about doing skits. We should do one where we're all different NFL coaches.
Yeah.
That'd be a great one.
I call Andy Reid, dude.
No, you're Mike McDaniel. We're throwing some matches on you in your jumpsuit. All right, next we got, speaking of the Titans and Calvin Ridley, they got a bunch of new weapons. They got Tony Pollard, and they're playing the big Cinderella team of the season, the Chicago Bears, in Soldier Field with the Caleb Williams era starting out of USC all the way to Chicago. So Sean first, USC alum. What do you think about that one? The spread's 4.5.
I'm always going against the fucking hype. All the fucking, Hard Knocks hype and all of that. I go contrary. I go against it. I'm taking the Titans money line. What's the spread?
The Titans money line plus 170, dude. That's a good bet.
So what is it? Minus 3.5?
4.5.
4.5? I'm taking Titans money line.
Yeah, I might take the points too.
I'm going against that Hard Knocks bullshit. You got a rookie quarterback versus a year 2 quarterback, but actually, he's played before, and I think that team, their defense is going to be better this year. I know Chicago got weapons. I know everybody's about that hype. Cool off.
I'm a big bet against a rookie quarterback until you see him win. I do it pretty much every year.
Exactly.
If they win week 1, I back off. But if they don't, I bet on them until they against them until they lose. Especially the 4.5.
Come on.
They got Kyle Ridley now. Will Levis looked pretty good at the end of the year. He can get.
He did.
Yeah, he looked pretty good. Tony Pollard. I think I agree with that. I'm gonna take the money line and the points. Sprinkle it. Fuck it. Yeah, fuck it. What do you think? No.
I think Will Levis better. He better put his mayonnaise in his coffee that morning.
That's the whitest shit I've ever seen in my life.
I mean, one thing that, and it breaks my heart to even think about the Titans this year because they got L'Jarius Sneed from us, which is I think
yeah, dude, he's good.
I think he's the greatest cornerback in the NFL to me, and and him with Trent McDuffie were just unstoppable together last year. The Chiefs, knowing that the Titans got Sneed. I mean, dude, he can fucking lock down anyone. He didn't allow any touchdowns last year, but the Bears have a lot of weapons this year. They got Keenan Allen, DJ Moore too.
On a fantasy perspective, but that's why I'm against. I'm not drafting DJ Moore this year. I'm not drafting Keenan Allen this year. And I'm not drafting Adunze because dude, how many? Yeah. And they got DeAndre Swift now in the backfield. They got a lot of people to feed.
Yeah.
That's not a.
Okay, that's not a bad.
I don't. Guys, correct me if I'm wrong. And I like Caleb Williams. I'm a Caleb Williams believer, but I have to say, who has had that many weapons coming in as their number 1 pick? I mean, bro, they littered him with talent. Like you traded for Keenan Allen, you have DJ Moore, and then you drafted Dunze also in the first.
Also, what team has drafted number 1 overall and has been that talented. You're usually a dumpster fire,
Exactly.
right? You usually have your quarterback just has no line thrown to nobody.
Like what the Patriots are dealing with, they didn't even have the first pick,
Exactly. This is
right?
the first time they're picking number 1 overall, and they got weapons. Like they look like
Yeah,
like,
he
on
better be
paper,
good. Yeah,
Like, you know
people
what
are
I
going to be cheering for Justin Fields back. You know what I mean? But he didn't look good in the preseason. But I'll take a rookie until they lose. That's that's a theme I have. This next one is I don't even know what to think. This obviously the odds makers don't want to think because I'm looking at a point. So it's basically a money line bet here. You got the Vikings visiting the New York Giants at basically a pick'em.
Oh my God, it's a dumpster fire game.
Yeah, that's a terrible game.
Yeah, Sam Darnold versus what's his name?
Daniel
Daniel
Jones.
Jones with no Saquon,
Oh, what a dumpster.
no Darren Waller.
I got neighbors.
Neighbors is gonna be
who's the
good.
home team?
The Giants, and it
I guess you at that point you go with the home team.
also. Did you see the Giants' new logo this year?
No.
Yeah, it's the 100th year season, so they have this really cool New York, football giant like logo in the middle of their field.
Yeah.
So that might get me to take them, but everything else is saying no. I'm taking Jordan Addison. I'm taking you just have better players on the other side of the ball. I take the Vikings.
1 point spread. I'm just gonna take the home team.
Okay, that's not bad.
Just
Yeah.
Dumpster fires.
To be honest, crowd, we're not betting on this game. None of us will actually bet on
I'm
this
staying
game.
away from
Stay
it.
okay with this.
What's the
Like,
total?
1 point. Oh, the total's 40. No
I
one.
might bet the under. Like,
Yeah.
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 Or
Yeah.
use,
Okay. Look.
Okay.
or use that game for like as a teaser. You know
Like,
what I mean?
that's pretty cool right there.
That's pretty sick.
right. Like that's pretty. Like you
That
said.
actually looks like Daniel Jones throwing motion. That's what's funny. That looks that old timey.
If Daniel Jones loses his face mask, that's him in the middle of the game.
Dude,
That-
oh my God.
That might be Fred Gifford or Daniel Jones. You can't tell.
That's
That's how
Danny-
shitty their quarterback situation is.
All right. Well, this next one is probably going to take a big chunk, I hope. We got my Pittsburgh Steelers going to Atlanta to play, Kirk Cousins, the phony Magoni, and his new team that drafted Michael Penix in the first round because they believe in him that much. So that's who we got in. The spread is Steelers +3. I am taking the money line, of course, but I want to hear what my comrades here before I go into my whole diatribe.
Russell Wilson is starting.
He is, unfortunately.
Take the Falcons, folks.
Oh no! No!
Take the Falcons,
I was
folks.
waiting for a way bigger analysis than that.
Take the Falcons, folks.
No.
Enough said.
That was way too
That
bad.
quarterback situation, I hope that Steeler fans
Oh, no.
all rally around to kick that motherfucker out of Pittsburgh as fast as they can. They're going to
Agreed.
find out really quick
No.
that this guy is a fucking jobber. George Pickens is going to get a fight with him on the fucking sideline.
Yeah, he might
Mike
honestly.
Tomlin's going to have to break up fights because of fucking Russell Wilson.
I'm nervous.
Take the Falcons and Kirk Cousins. If Kirk Cousins is on the Steelers would probably have been a playoff lock.
Right. What do you think, Noah?
I've never seen a coach punch a player in the face before because I can see Mike Tomlin beating the shit out of him
Exactly.
on the sideline at some point. But for the first game, I mean,
I just know, and again, there's a big difference between Desmond Ridder and Kirk Cousins.
Yeah.
He did beat the shit out of him.
I don't think the Falcons will ever be shit. I don't think they'll ever
Ever be good. You just think they're
I
crap.
mean, I know they have Bijan Robinson too, and
He's a
he's
stud.
great,
He's a
but
stud.
like, I don't think. Yeah, I think they're Chris.
But,
I don't
yeah.
ever see the Falcons being shit, and like, I think
agree
the
with you.
Steelers are going to walk.
I agree
on
with you.
All right, I think that's a game. If we do win, our defense is it's going to be like T.J. Watt 3 sacks, Mika Fitzpatrick a pick.
Yeah.
I mean, like our defense is going to have to beat the shit out of them. I don't think. I agree with you. I don't think, especially now that we didn't get Brandon Ayuk, and don't get me started. I hate every media member that like made that a thing forever. I think Ayuk just used us to get more money from the Niners when it worked. But I don't really see how we're going to score a ton of points. And they just signed Justin Simmons from Denver, who was like the last big free agent that like everyone was trying to get, the safety. And they already have probably the best safety in the league, Bates, who they poached from the Bengals, which I was happy about. But I'm gonna take the money line because I have to. But if we win that game, it's like a Najee Harris 100 yards, Jalen Warren pitches in, and the defense has a picker and a couple sacks, maybe a strip sack by TJ. But I'm a little worried because the weapons.
He still bets with his heart.
Mm-hmm.
Like I
too.
bet against my Raiders all the time because I bet with my wallet
Yeah.
and not with my heart.
17 out of 17 weeks I'll be betting on the Steelers. I can convince myself every week.
Yeah, I won't make the bet.
It's just how much.
If it's against the Chiefs, I won't make the bet.
It's just how much. This next one, I think, is another big one. I want to hear Sean and Noah's opinion on. If you guys have anything else about the Steelers, we can both maybe chime in again at the end about our 3 teams for the season predictions. But this one, I kind of want to hammer the Saints, dude. They're at home against the Panthers, and they're not getting enough respect. It's only 4.5 points. I feel like that's the touchdown game easy. The Saints are going to be just as good as last year, and I don't think the Panthers are going to be that much better. They got Deontay Johnson from the Steelers, who, I'll tell you, Panthers fans, freaking stinks. And then they drafted that dude. Have you heard that first round pick talk?
No.
Everyone's saying he's the most country player.
Oh yeah, I have heard
Have you heard that talk?
Oh
yeah. But it is crazy. I'm not saying that's not gonna mean he's not gonna be a good player, but he sounds like the dude from like the Happy Madison movies, from like the S. Sandler movies. It's like he's like, you like to see homos naked?
Yeah.
Homos where you make it. This dude sounds crazy. But Panthers, I think Saints.
It's in New Orleans.
It's in New Orleans. You got Olave. You got Kamara.
And what's the line?
4.5.
You know what? I'm gonna take the plus 4.5.
Really?
I am.
Field goal game, you think?
I think it's gonna be a field goal game. I think Bryce Young is gonna bounce back. No one is expecting the Panthers to do anything this year, but as a Raider fan, know Derek Carr, and he is the most mid quarterback there ever is in the history of football. He is very mid. And I think that the Panthers are going to shock people, or at least cover that 4.5.
I'm going to do exactly what you did with the Giants, where it's like kind of a lame duck game, the Giants-Vikings. I'm just taking the home team.
It's a trash game.
Yeah, I'm taking the home team.
Stay away from Bennett.
I'm probably staying away, too.
I don't know what the edge
Total's
is
only
there.
40, bro.
Yeah, I don't know what the edge is there.
Lowest total so far the whole first week one.
Well, no, I thought the Giants...
that was 49.5.
The Giants?
Oh, no, 41.5.
41.5.
Yeah, this one's 40 flat.
So that was 40 flat. Yeah, so that's just a garbage game.
Yeah.
Saints and who?
Panthers.
Oh, fuck it. Yeah, no.
That's
Saints are
just
taking
garbage.
this one.
Yeah,
Saints, you think it'll cover 4.5?
I'm taking the over the 4.5. Like I might that's going to be a touchdown at least game. Like the Saints are going to go crazy. I don't see the Panthers doing anything.
Me too. I like the Saints. I think the Panthers are that bad, and I don't think they really did much in the offseason to fix it.
Yeah,
they traded so much to the Bears. They got fleeced in that trade.
No,
this is the one team or bet where it's like, you take the house. Sometimes the house always wins, but every now and then you take the house. The wise guys, no one has any belief in the Panthers whatsoever.
I'd like to see what the money. I bet the money's on the Saints a ton. Like you said, Vegas wins. That's a Vegas game.
Of course.
Yeah, that's a Vegas week one.
So every now and then you got to take the house. I think that's the game. I think the Panthers are going to at least cover the 4.5.
So that's all the morning games. So now this is our first afternoon game now.
All right.
So we got through the morning
105 game.
Yeah, we got our first 105 game. This is another very confusing one. Yeah, we got I think you're gonna do the same thing we kind of talked about. I already hinted at it earlier. We got the Broncos visiting the Seahawks, which is one of the hardest games to play in the NFL. If you guys have ever been up there, he is loud as a mother. And you got rookie Bo Nix starting for the Broncos with a 5.5 point spread.
5.5 point spread. Again, that's a lot of points. But here's the thing. I can't fucking stand the arrogance of Sean Payton. Fuck the Broncos. I can't stand him. Oh, he got his quarterback, Bo Nix. He knows what he's doing. He hasn't won a fucking Super Bowl in 15 plus fucking years. Okay? He won in 2009 because he had one of the best quarterbacks in the league. But now somehow Sean Payton's a fucking genius.
Right.
Fuck out of here.
Amen.
Oh, I set up this way. No, this is the quarterback we always wanted. Oh, no. My system and this paired with this. Fuck off. No, that's arrogance. You're a fucking horrible drunk, Sean Payton. You're an asshole. You're not a fucking genius. You haven't won shit in over 15 plus years.
You know what's funny is
it's the fucking Broncos, and it's Denver, and you guys suck. Whatever.
I would say that I think Sean Payton thinks he's what Pete Carroll is.
He thinks he's what Pete Carroll is.
Yes.
He thinks
and he's playing against Pete in the game.
He is one step above Josh McDaniels.
Right.
They're the same arrogant shithead.
Well, look
the same.
Look how Russell Wilson looked for playing for Pete Carroll. Look how he looked for playing for.
Exactly.
Perfect example.
Payton,
yeah.
Right? It's like, no, I need my quarterback. And then in comes this fucking 8th-year senior, Bo Nix, who comes in the league, who went to fucking nine teams and shit, just Van Wilder fucking quarterbacks over here. And all of a sudden, he's the savior in Denver. Fuck off.
I think Seahawks easily win by 2 field goals.
Geno
and
Smith is
it's
going to
5.5,
smash
right?
him.
Yeah, I'm taking Seahawks 6-man, couple pick sixes. Bo Nix doesn't look as good as he looked in preseason, obviously, and the Seahawks win by at
Rookie
least a
on the
touchdown.
road in
I'm
Seattle.
yeah. First game, I'm
Getting
Kenneth
smashed.
Walker's back. Metcalf, you got all the boys. I think that's another.
Watch Sean Payton with his fucking drunk red nose, just all irate on the fucking sidelines. He's fucking drunk.
This.
I'm calling him a drunk,
we
by
all
the way,
taking
as someone
Seahawks?
who's injured.
I mean, there's one word it's just Metcalf, and that's
DK.
all I got. He's the most terrifying person in the NFL.
Lockett's underrated
I know,
too.
isn't that insane?
Lock-
No,
Tyler
Lockett's
Lockett's
way-
underrated.
yeah,
Yes,
one of the best wide
agreed.
receivers in the
100%.
Also,
He always plays. He never misses games. He'll go down just not get hit.
Solid.
And smart. When you're his
100%.
size, you got to play that way.
when we do this NFL coach skit, Sean Porter will be playing Sean Payton.
Sean Payton.
for sure, 100%.
No, we're having
Asian Sean Payton.
We're gonna have you play. We're having you play Sean Payton and Pete Carroll.
Yeah,
We'll do that.
yeah.
Double up. This next one is the one that, other than the Steelers, we'll probably talk the most about. Me and Sean have talked about this a lot in the last couple of weeks. I've talked about it with a lot of comedians. I can name a bunch out there. I was chopping it up with A. Craig about it, a bunch of other guys. We got the Las Vegas Raiders, my old home. You can tell, you guys know it. Versus the Los Angeles Chargers. Somehow, those are the names of the teams at this point. And if you can believe it, the LA Chargers are favored. The spread is now 3 on
I'll let
DraftKings.
you guys go and then clear the floor after that.
As a former Raider employee, I do know what that team has got up and down and, all around. But I have to say, living in LA, being in all those meetings when we were going to move cities, I was an Oakland Raider, obviously, worker. This city is 99.9% Raider fans. And if you don't believe me, go tune in at 105 on Sunday, because it's gonna be a home game and some. And I believe not only that, I'm not just going off the crowd, but the Chargers themselves. I haven't seen a team lose 3 superstars. I don't even say superstars, but all-stars on your team when you have Keenan Allen. He's so underrated his whole career. Mike Williams goes to the Jets, and then Austin Eckler goes to the Washington Commanders. So I don't know how you replace all that in one offseason, and you didn't draft Malik Neighbors. You got to tackle, but he's still a rookie tackle. I think they're +3. It's at +140 right now. I've seen it on some it's up to +200. I am taking that money line all day. I'll probably maybe sprinkle on the points, but I'm definitely hammering the money line. Noah, and then we'll get Sean's big reaction here.
What was the money line again?
The money line is +140. It'll probably it's been floating all the way up to 200. It's jumping like crazy. That line is one of the crazier lines.
Jesus Christ.
It was at 260 at one point. It's been jumping like all over.
Jesus Christ. Fuck. Apparently, you heard about in the offseason, they had to take Max Crosby out of practice because the offense couldn't do anything because
Right.
he was so
Right. Yeah,
monstrous.
disruptive, yeah.
And with how much the Chargers have lost, dude, unless fucking Joe Alt fucking shows up, fucking Big Joe, unless he shows up and stops Crosby, I think the Chargers are going to be fucked. They're going to be figuring
Those are also 2 teams in your division, so I'm curious. Which one do you like least?
Oh,
your division.
Raiders, absolutely.
Okay, yeah,
100%.
absolutely, yeah.
Absolutely.
But is that more of a respecting? Because it's like, for me, it's like I hate the Browns the most, but I respect I hate the Ravens more probably because we just walk the Browns every time we play them. They've won 9 times in the last 50 years against us.
Yeah.
But I don't like the Ravens.
There's no other rivalry,
Right?
Kansas
It's like,
has, right? It's Raiders, Chiefs, right?
Is,
That's the
Broncos.
rivalry, right?
Broncos is pretty crazy.
Broncos,
Broncos. And then now it's turning into Chiefs Bengals. That's turning into a crazy rivalry.
So and you guys both just disrespect the Chargers. You guys both like fuck the Chargers.
Yeah, we're like
They're both teams. There are Browns.
Yeah. Yes.
So you're taking the Raiders too.
I think I'm taking
Gardner Minshew MVP season.
Yeah, dude. He's sleeping on his mattress in his Toyota Corolla from that he found in an alleyway in college and shit.
I love that he lives in vans. And Sean Porter, respect you for being silent, and we will let you talk now.
So we'll do Kobe Bryant. Everyone clear the floor. Skew the ball. Get out the way. By the way, I would say if there's anyone I think Noah's probably the Max Crosby of comedy. We fuck with you like that. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? You're one of us. You know what I'm saying?
That's amazing.
The fucking Chargers. Okay. I know they got Harbaugh. The only reason why they're favored is the Harbaugh effect, right?
For sure.
Because, they say Harbaugh could fucking turn water into wine and turn everything around. Did you hear one of my favorite Harbaugh stories? Because he's clinically insane. This man is insane.
Literally.
So when he recently got married like 10 years ago, like again, his second wife, and they had a bachelor party at laser tag. And apparently he won laser tag by picking on a 10-year-old kid by just shooting him. Yeah, that's actually good strategy.
I wouldn't call that insane.
The man is 65 years old and just chasing around a 10-year-old kid in his khakis.
Do anything to win.
Yeah, do anything to win. The guy is insane. With that being said, it's the fucking Chargers. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna tell you guys the history of Southern California about the Raiders and Chargers, okay? The Chargers, they're like that little brother who peed in the bed until he was like 16. And we always gave him shit. It was like Ronnie's brother, Cheese, in old school.
Yeah.
You know, like Cheese. Yeah, exactly. That's Ronnie's brother, Cheese. That's the Chargers. Peed in the bed until he was 15 years old. Incel, lives at home. Just little brother syndrome.
Wearing Dockers.
Trash. They couldn't sell out San Diego. They're definitely not selling out L.A. So every time the Raiders are in town, that is our 9th extra home game. Every time we play the Chargers. It was so bad at one point when they're still in San Diego. And by the way, I will always call them San Diego.
Right.
I will never refer to them as this team. They will always be San Diego Chargers. When we used to go there, the Chargers would have to buy that Raider-Charger game, you would have to buy 2 other Charger home games.
Oh, shit.
Because that's how much they couldn't sell.
Wow.
It would be the Raiders. It would be selling it out. So they made you
Try to
buy
make your
2
home
other
team
home
guy?
games.
Jesus
If you
Christ.
wanted to get tickets to the Raider Chargers games.
Wow.
That's how sad they are. That's how sad they
try
are.
to keep Raider fans out? Is that what it's like a...
Well, no, to make money because they couldn't get any Chargers because they couldn't sell out Charger fans.
Gotcha.
It would be all Raiders. So like, oh, no, you have to buy 2 other games.
Yeah.
Charger games.
Yeah.
Right? Chargers, the Angels, and the Clippers. 3 trash franchises that have no right calling themselves LA anything. Horrible, cursed. The Spano family are the carpetbaggers of the league. Maybe next to Mike Brown and the Bengals.
Right.
Just that old school don't pay for shit.
Don't pay anything, yeah.
Don't pay anything. Like
Get all their stars. Like, how do you trade Keenan Allen? Like, there's one guy should be a guy the rest of his career. It's Keenan Allen.
And Eckler.
Again.
And Eckler. And Mike Williams.
Stan Kroenke made sure when he paid his own money to build that SoFi, and him and Jerry Jones colluded to make sure that the Chargers were the second team to be the landlord, be a tenant in his stadium, because he knew that if he would have moved the Raiders in, he would have been second billing, because they know. So they made Chargers the second team. Nobody wanted the Chargers here. No, literally nobody in Los Angeles wanted the Chargers here. When they had that announcement, you know how many people were there? 3.
Yeah.
It was 3 people there.
Yep.
Maybe 5. And there was a taco truck right in front. They was probably just getting tacos, and then they interviewed them. And like, oh, you're a Chargers fan? So, oh, yeah, I guess so. We're on TV.
So just to be clear, you're taking the Chargers?
Yeah, exactly.
You know,
Trash franchise. That is the worst receiving group in the league.
Oh, easily.
Who are they throwing?
Joshua Palmer and Ladd Conkley are their target
The
two
rookie.
receivers.
Right.
Yeah.
Who's the running back?
Kelly, I think.
I'm sorry, but Jim Harbaugh can't tackle or throw passes anymore, guys. I know he's a miracle worker.
Like I said, I didn't want to call that. I wanted the lock of the week, but this is like we've been talking about it for a while.
We're gonna smash them.
Yeah, we've been talking about it for a while.
And here's the thing: this is the real litmus test on how good Jim Harbaugh is as a coach. Because yes, he has turned around every single team that he has ever coached. If he can't turn around this team, they'll forever be cursed.
Right.
Just like the Clippers.
Yeah.
Doc Rivers could not turn around the Clippers. That team will forever be the Chargers.
100%.
And this is the litmus test.
Yeah.
If Harbaugh can't turn this around, then they'll forever be fucked.
No, I hear that. And
There's
even
no one else can do it.
If you guys remember, Steelers fans, it wasn't the second time we played them, but the first year that the LA Chargers moved out here, we were beating the shit out of them. The Steelers were, and the sound guy played Renegade, which is like Steelers song after he got fired. But but he's like, that's all. He's like, I don't care about this. Like that guy today at the locker room for the thing. He's like, fuck this team. I one game. So we only have 4 more games left. This next one, I won another 1-1. I'm definitely hammering.
Chargers are a fucking joke. I'm sorry.
Oh, you're good. This one I'm definitely hammering though. I can't believe the line is what it is. It's just because the Browns are at home, but the Browns at home versus the Cowboys is only 2.5 points.
Oh my God.
And guess what? The Browns are favored. The Browns are favored at home versus the Cowboys. I am hammering the Cowboys.
You're hammering Cowboys?
Oh my God, the Browns are not winning that game. I promise you. Nick Chubb's coming off of knee surgery. I don't think he's playing.
Augie, this is where you and I are going to disagree.
Okay.
Because one, I adamantly always, especially it's not national TV, but my hard and fast rule, degenerates, is if the Cowboys are playing on national TV, a primetime game, you bet the other team because they're a shit show in primetime. You have the Cowboys on the road against the number 1 defense in the league. In the league. I'm taking the Browns.
I'll tell you one thing. A hard fast rule one thing. If the Browns are a favorite in a game, you take the other team. I don't think they've won a game as a favorite
if the other
in
team,
my life.
Unless the other team is the fucking Cowboys, the Cowgirls. That's another fan base that I can't fucking stand.
Can't
Noah.
stand them.
They're the most casual fan base.
Awful.
They know nothing about football. Nothing about football. They're just Cowboy fans for being Cowboy fans. They can't name 3 players on their fucking team. Dog shit.
100%. 100%.
Yeah.
Your owner is right now in a lawsuit, a custody lawsuit, because he knocked up one of his mistresses. Do you know this? Yeah, he's literally in a custody lawsuit right now, trying to compare like he literally about to be on Morgan Povich talking about this is not the father. That shit. He's 80 years old, still knocking up mistresses. He's whack. He's not going to play Dak. He's not going to pay Dak Prescott.
I love the video. Again, I'll never take the Browns, but I love the video. It goes all offseason. The Browns every year not picked. They've been last in our division. They've never won the AFC North. Let's just say that since the AFC North, because we used to be the AFC South with us and like the Titans, or not. Well, it was the Oilers.
No, it was all, no,
It was the Oilers.
It was the AFC Central.
AFC Central. That's what it was.
The AFC Central.
And so they've never won.
I think Bernie Kosar didn't win the AFC Central a couple years.
Okay, yeah, but they've never won the AFC North, and that's been what 35 years or whatever.
They've been dog shit.
So,
for a long time.
but the one clip of Hugh Jackson a couple years ago, he goes, I'll tell you what, because it was the year they won 1 and 15.
Like, I'm a walking.
No, they went 1 and 15, right? And his last press conference of the year, he goes, I'll tell you one thing. Yeah, he goes, I'll tell you one thing. We're not going 1 and 15 next year. Blah blah blah. And he comes next thing. He goes, they went 16 16 the next year. They didn't win a single fucking game.
You want to talk about a team that is cursed? And listen, I know they got massage connoisseur Deshaun Watson starting. I get that, but it's the fucking Cowboys.
Yeah,
and that's where I bet with my heart. That's the one team I will shit on the Cowboys.
It's
I
not
will
prime time
bet
either. Man, you mind it.
it's
Remember,
not prime
it's not prime
time. But they're on the road, and I think the Browns are going to lock down that offense. And every time I bet against the Cowboys and they end up shitting the bed, I hate it because for the next 5 days on Sports Talk Radio, all you hear about that is the dumpster fire about the Cowboys and all the drama is horse shit. Jerry Jones is a piece of shit, and they should go away.
You taking the Browns still?
I'm taking Browns.
Dude, I think I'm taking Browns. I mean, right now, also, one thing, I mean, I agree with Sean on all the Jerry Jones stuff, but let's be real, Sean. You're going to be 80 years old and you're going to be knocking up mistresses someday, too. Okay, that's exactly what you're going to be doing. Okay, right? But fucking,
If we do an NFL over skit, you got Jerry.
dude, I'm thinking about Zeke Elliott. Dude, Danny Glover could get more yards per carry than Zeke.
Yeah, he's looking slow.
Quincy Jones would get more yards than Zeke Elliott right now. Okay, I don't see the Cowboys. I don't see the Cowboys doing it.
This is Sean's official apology on this next joke or next game to Hunter. I actually think this is one of the better bets of the week, if you ask me. We got the Bucks at home playing rookie Jaden Daniels and the Commanders.
Ooh.
I do like Jaden Daniels, I will say. 3.5. Smaller than I thought it would be.
3.5. Smaller than you would think.
You right?
Right?
$3.5 bucks or
3.5
$3.5
bucks. Yeah,
bucks.
so they're minus 3.5 at home against the Commanders. I'm doing the same thing. I'm not taking the rookie quarterback as much as I like Jaden Daniels. I'm not taking Caleb Williams with all his weapons.
You got to prove it to me.
Got to prove it to me. And they just traded Jahan Dotson. They don't have that many receivers either. They got McLaurin. That's about it. I'm actually, that's like, what if I do good in the morning? I'm hammering the Bucks late. I think that's at least a 2 field goal game, and it's at 3.5.
I hope that
I might even buy a point.
I hope that the Washington football team just experiences like this is forever, like the poltergeist curse, like how they built on an Indian reservation, like just for calling your like you will forever be cursed and haunted by the natives of this country because your piece of shit racist name and your piece of shit former owner. Like, just go to hell. I like Jaden Daniels.
Me too.
He's a Southern California kid.
It's just like a RG3, but still, they're so cursed.
But I hope they're cursed forever. And yeah, fuck them now.
Right.
I'm gonna take. Oh yeah, I'm taking Tampa easy.
Yeah, I'm taking Tampa easy
They made
too.
the playoffs.
Yeah, I
They,
think
they beat the Eagles.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, like I'm taking them. What about you, Noah?
Baker's gonna go crazy. What they still got? Who are his go-to receiver? He still got Mike Evans.
And you got Chris Godwin.
Yeah,
Rashawn White, the running back, was really good
he's
last year.
crazy. I had him on my fantasy
Me too.
team. He's got
great.
numbers for
He was
me.
great.
Yeah.
And then so our last two games, we got the Sunday night game, which actually I think might be the game of the week. I love the matchup. This one is a hard one to bet on. We got Matt Stafford and the Los Angeles Rams going back to Detroit and playing the Lions for the first Sunday night game of the year. I think that's a crazy
That's
game.
a game.
That's a game.
What are the lines?
3.5 too. Same as last. And
Detroit.
Detroit minus 3.5. Yeah. And I think that they're pissed after blowing that 24-7 lead in the NFC Championship game against the Niners. So I think they're coming out with a fucking vengeance. But at the same time, I mean, Cooper Kupp's back good. Nakua was good. Kyron Williams looked good. I know Aaron Donald's gone, and so is Ramsey. So I think
What's
it's
the
gonna
total?
You took the words out of my mouth. It's 51, so it's the highest total of the week. But I do think it's going to be a shootout. But I also don't like taking the over as much when it's a Sunday night game. I feel like those games are always slowed down. There's more commercial breaks. It's not as you're not as in your flow as your offense as much on those games. So that might be a little under special because Detroit's defense is still good, but the Rams' defense I'm a little iffy about.
I mean, without Aaron Donald now, they lose Raheem Morris. He goes to Atlanta.
Mm-hmm. Rams have been gone for 2 seasons now.
But if it was 3, see, that's the important figure. 3.5. Because I think it's going to be a field goal game.
Me too.
You
Rams
know?
and the points doesn't sound bad.
Rams and the points doesn't sound
Stafford's
bad.
going to want to go back in there and let his dick hang too.
But also, though, I'm not going to be scared of taking the over in 51, bro. I'm not. I can totally see a 30 to 27 game.
One team's going to score a lot. I just don't know which one is kind of.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Like, yeah.
That's gonna be a really good game.
Yeah.
Goff has a lot to prove. Sean McVay's gonna be prepared. His team comes prepared.
That might be a good game to take some touchdown props. Like, I could take,
Right.
like, Gibbs to score.
Gibbs.
Yeah,
prop,
like,
yeah.
yeah.
What's his name?
Montgomery.
Tight end.
Laporta.
Yeah,
Laporta. And then I'm sure either Cooper Kupp or Nakua is going to score, too.
for sure.
Yeah, so
They're healthy now, bro.
they're healthy now. Like, Cooper Kupp, I think, is a sneaky pick in fantasy this year, by the way. I think he could be, like, a guy he's going, like, the 4th round. And I'm like, he was,
How
like, number
how
one
can
pick.
you see that? How can you see those two teams not scoring points? Is what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
yeah. Like, I can see Aiden Hutchinson, but it's also, like, it's going to be a bunch of passing downs. Like, even Kyron Williams, Gibbs, like, they have good running backs that catch the ball out of the backfield, too. So, Montgomery, I could see, yeah. So I think I'm going to take the Rams and the points, but if I was taking money line, I'm taking Detroit.
I would lean Rams in the points, but my official bet is the over.
Over?
I'm gonna take that 51.
What do you think, Noah?
Dude, I think I'd take the points on the Lions.
They're
Like, yeah, and like I mean, dude, I honestly think that could be the NFC Championship. Like,
Yeah, I think the Rams
Yeah,
will
I
like
can totally see that.
the
Rams, the Lions,
Lions,
absolutely.
They're both. I agree with you. That could be game of the week next to Chiefs Ravens. Like, fucking. I don't know.
It's funny you say that because I think these next two teams, we're going to have something to say about that.
Yeah.
Monday night, Aaron Rodgers going back to his hometown of San Francisco and playing the Niners out in Santa Clarita. Or Santa Clara, where the hell they play. But, and that line is what, 3.5 too? The last 3 games are all 3.5? Interesting.
Wow.
Yeah, last 3 games are all 3.5 spreads. So the Niners, I think are going to win. But, man, I think Rodgers is going to come out pissed. Brees Hall is going to come out pissed. That defense is good. They got cheated last year. I think I can see that being a field goal game.
I think Brees Hall is a stud. He's like one of the top running backs in the league. I like his play. I like how he plays, but I think the Niners are going to smash him. I think the Niners are going to smash him.
I agree. I think it's going to be close early on. They pull away and they end up winning by 12, 15.
I think so.
Yeah.
I think they're going to smash.
I agree. The more I'm like, I think it could be a close game, but like, I don't think it'd be close for 4 quarters. You see what I'm saying? Like,
Do you know that Aaron Rodgers has astrology tattoos on his left forearm?
No.
I swear to God, Noah.
Fucking hate
I swear to God.
Rodgers.
He has astrology tattoos, bro.
What a
what's his sign? Do you know?
if he's a
What's Aaron Rodgers' sign? We need to know.
Yeah. Alec, what's Aaron Rodgers' sign?
I'll look this up.
I'll kill myself. He's a Pisces.
I bet he is, dude. What are you, Sean?
I bet he's a Pisces.
Are you,
Oh, what? I'm a Taurus.
Sagittarius. That's what my girlfriend is.
What
Yeah, we
month
don't
is that?
compute. We don't compute.
What month is that?
That's like December, early December.
December?
Yeah. Early December. I think, again, if I had to, like, if I have to on Monday night, I try to stay away from sometimes, but I do agree, like, it's hard. The Niners are so good. Like, their team is so complete. It's so fucked up. They beat the shit out of the Steelers week 1 last year. I don't know if you guys remember. At halftime, they had 290 yards, and we have won. It was the worst beating I've ever seen at Heinz Field. So I think they're just the most complete team. Their defense is great. They have the best running back in the league. They have 2 of the best receivers in the league.
Aaron
Jennings
Rodgers
is a
hasn't
great
played in
third.
how long?
He hasn't played in that long. He's coming off an ACL. Bosa's going to be chasing him around all night.
Achilles.
Achilles, even worse.
Even worse. At
Even
40
worse.
years old, he's coming off Achilles.
Skipped mandatory minicamp.
Skip mandatory
Right,
camp.
right.
Fucking jerking his dick in Egypt.
Exactly.
And
What
it's
is
on the
astrology
road.
tattoos?
It's on the road.
And he's Sag.
And you're playing the team who just lost the Super Bowl. They're going to be pissed.
Right.
Like, that might be the one to actually hit. And the over wouldn't be too bad in that either. 43.
43. Oh, I think that goes over.
I think that goes over.
I think the Jets will get in garbage time for sure.
100%. You could see that game being 4-21.
Exactly.
19-point game.
Exactly.
Yeah. I like that over actually a lot. I over might be the bet.
I mean, Aaron Rodgers hasn't played football in over 2 years.
Yeah.
That's
And he's coming back from a serious
I mean,
Achilles.
he played 4 downs
Yeah.
last year.
Yeah. And you're not Kobe. You're not coming back from Achilles and being
No,
Kobe.
you're not Kobe, bro.
Yeah. So.
I don't know.
Um,
But, Mercury is in retrograde, so maybe,
Fair.
Yeah.
I had a girl say that
comes-
to me at the ice house the other night, and I was just like, Jesus Christ. Dude, I was like, she actually blamed something on it, and I was just like, I literally was like, this can't be real.
You're like, I think the Niners they're gonna do it they're gonna go boys in the hood mode. They're gonna do it for Ricky because you just heard their first round draft pick just got shot today in the chest.
Yes, yeah, we were talking about it earlier.
Yeah, he got shot like the robbery attempt. Dude, they're gonna come in boys in the hood mode. They're gonna do it for Ricky Pearsall. Yeah, and they're gonna win
I
it.
like that.
Yeah.
So that's all the games, but we do want to end this episode with something we teased in last week's episode of when me and Sean saw Ghost, the Comedy Store. I talked about it last episode, and they were like, wait, what happened? And I kind of told them what happened, but I was like, actually, this was wait till Sean's here. So I'll set it up, and then Sean can fill in what really went down. But if you know me and Sean, we're not sycophants or anything like that. We're not ghost people. We're not into the whole poltergeist kind of thing. But this did happen. This is a real thing. So we were at the Comedy Store one night, and we're sitting on the side, which is like you can go back to like the belly room or the bathroom or whatever on the side. But usually you enter through the front if you're going to the show. And we're just hanging out on the wall, and we started noticing this man. There's a little corner part. They actually have a plant there now, so you can't even stand there if you wanted to. But there's a little corner cutout, and we noticed this guy, and we didn't think anything of it. We ended up start talking in this conversation, and Sean had mentioned about how somebody had unfortunately jumped off of the building before. I'll let him tell the full story of what made him do that. But as the story's going on, we both more noticed this figure because this guy never turned around. All we ever saw was the back of his head. He was dressed like not of our time. Never saw the guy's face. And when we turned around after Sean finished his story, gone. Sean went right to the bathroom. I went left to the patio without saying a word. We just noticed something was wrong, and never saw the guy. Never saw him. But I want Sean to fill in the story of the guy who jumped because we're not saying it's him, and we're not saying it's not. But listen to the full story, and then we'll kind of debrief here.
So the story is this, is that we're hanging out at the Comedy Store as we usually do. But, again, we were drinking, okay? So I'll just throw that out there, okay?
Why don't we not?
We're not ghost hunters on the Sci-Fi Channel. We're sober, okay? I'll just say that. And I started telling a story about how, because, the rumor, the legend is that the Comedy Store is haunted.
Right.
That's the legend.
Right.
Is that at late at night, there are numerous comics that we all know
Yeah, not the first
tell
people
a
say it.
story about how they hear things at nights, late at night when they're cleaning up and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
When comics are there. So this is well known. But the story is that in the 70s and late 70s, there was a strike. It was a comedy strike that Mitch Shore had. And it was either you're actually team comedy store or not. And a lot of the comics end up going to the Improv. This is late 70s. That's why Jerry Seinfeld was never a comedy store guy. He was an Improv guy because he never sided with Mitzi. And so Mitzi was like, all right, you're not going to be your guy. So he always goes to the Improv. Anyway, one of these comics decided to then also team up and go to the Improv and not be Team Mitzi Shore. The strike's over. He tries to come back to the store. Mitzi doesn't let him in. He's like, fuck you. You're never going to be a regular at the store. And then so this comic, what he did was he went to the very top. There was a hotel right next to the comedy store. He went to the top of the hotel and jumped off right in the middle of, I think it was like potluck. Like he just like in front of everyone. Like that was his.
Right in the middle of one of Fraser Smith's one-liners.
Right there. Exactly. Splat. That was his closing bit. Right? So he just splat right in front of the store. As I'm telling the story, and this is where it gets weird. As I'm telling the story, we're looking over, and on the other side of the corner, there's this dude dressed up like a late 70s, early 80s, fucking Rainbow Room, whatever the fuck that guy with his back turned to us like the Blair Witch Project. Never turns
hair
around.
Than mine, bro. Like twice as long.
Long hair, like straight out of the late 70s, early 80s.
Was he fat?
No. And like all black and like ripped jeans and shit. As I'm telling this story, and then so we look up and I go,
Sean hits us with the splat.
And I do that. I go, the whole day he jumps off and then we're talking about, and then we look over and the guy's just
literally turned back. We were turned around for 10 seconds, maybe tops, maybe 3. Like literally, he was like, yeah, he jumped off like that and then flat, and we turned back and the dude, and we both like it was one of those like we both looked at each other like, where did he go? Like it wasn't like we didn't even have to talk about it. He was like, he went this way, I went this way, I went to the patio, he went back to the bathrooms, gone.
We never saw him.
This guy would have had to run away. And we didn't hear a noise, we didn't hear him walk away,
and we didn't see him the rest of the night.
Didn't see him the rest of the night. Never saw him again.
At what point did you notice him standing there?
Kind of right before he started telling the story. Like we both were like, because he was staring at the corner. It was like literally like face almost against the wall. We're like, all right, that's weird, but like we're like I said, we're drinking. We're not really like minding our own business. And then we got into that story, and then we said it, turned around, dude's gone. Like can't explain it. Don't know or want to maybe know how to explain it, but you guys, hey, hit us in the comments if you guys have any ghost encounters. I know you were expecting to get a ghost story at the end of our NFL podcast, but that was a teaser from last week's episode.
And by the way, if you're gonna run into a ghost drunk, okay? Don't do it sober,
True.
Because that's weird. Now you're just weird.
100%.
Yeah, I mean, at least offer the ghost to. This guy looked like he was probably a whiskey guy. Yeah,
For sure.
Yeah, I mean, and hopefully he didn't.
For sure, he's probably,
Yeah, I don't think he probably jumps over. Anyway,
Wait, would you guys know if you ever saw him again?
yes,
You would know that was the guy.
100%.
It wasn't.
If I saw the back of his head,
Really?
yeah, it's like when you see the back of a woman's head, you're like. Anyway, all right, guys, that's our episode.
that it? We're done?
That's it.
What?
We're gonna hit you guys back halfway through the season and end of the season. Actually, let's hit you with one last thing. This will be the last thing. Real rapid fire. Noah, what's your end of the season prediction for the Chiefs? 3-peat, baby. Oh shit. What about you, Sean, with the Raiders? Yeah.
Gardner Minshew, NFL MVP. MVP, comeback player of the year, MVP, defensive player of the year, leads the league in sacks and touchdowns.
Who has more passing yards this year? Mahomes or Minshew?
Mahomes get injured week 4.
Oh.
He's get injured week 4. And in comes
you got
Carson
Wentz.
No, 6-10.
You guys making playoffs? What do you think?
Our Raiders? We'll see.
I think the Steelers sneak into the playoffs. We're 9-8, 10-7, and we sneak in. We get our ass kicked in the first round, probably.
You know who clean up in Brazil? Gardner Minshew.
Oh, and guys, from August, Sean, Noah, Alec, and Sandy. That's episode 2. We're gonna try to get this out to you Friday, but at least definitely by the Sunday games. Thanks so much. Sense of Humor TV out.